you work on it, have someone on your hip and have them learn how to do it, essentially clone you to do that task. And so anytime I don't ever work alone anymore, because anytime I'm doing something, that's a problem. And like someone should be doing this in 6 months. And so that's just like the cheat code to doing it.
And it's cloning, not training. Why?
Well, we would call it, now that I have hundreds of employees now, I think we're probably closing in on 500. So it's a lot more training, but clones are more like the all-in people who are going to like run your company one day and make and have the upside to like live with you. And, you know, cause like someone who's making $40,000 a year, they're not going to live with you and follow you around 15 hours a day. And, you know,
but early on you had that, you had people literally.
Yeah, I still have people like that, but it's like, that's just a small subset of it. So yeah, on the core team, yeah, 100%. It's just like, the thing is, the more you know about everything going on, the better, because a lot of what you do in one part of one vertical of business, if in finance or in this or that, affects other parts. And so the more you understand the whole business, the more you understand the ripples you create across things, the better efficiently and better you can do these kinds of things. And so just having a clone who knows everything about the whole business, as opposed to just one section, just makes it where they can just make decisions so much faster and they can cut through red tape. And it just makes it so much easier for you to just like, because like when you're in hyper growth scale, you don't know like what the next fire is going to be or the next thing is to fix. And so if you just have a couple versions of yourself, it's just so nice, because it's like, oh, this thing over here in editing is falling apart. All right, clone that you followed me around for the last 3 years. You know what I would do. Just go fix it. You know what I mean? So I don't have to go fix it.
It's like, if people in your company can think, what would Jimmy do, and get the right answer, now you got two Jimmys, right?
Yeah.
You know, like for the most part, they can make decisions.
And then other times it should be like, what would Jimmy do? Okay, Jimmy's not always right. In this instance, he's an idiot. Let's go call him out on it.
What will he say when I tell him what I'm actually going to do?
Yeah. And then they think even one step further, which is like my long-term clones are great. They'll be like, okay, well, Jimmy's going to want data back. He's not going to care about an opinion. So I'm going to just go do all the research and grab the data. And then they'll ask me something and they'll say blah, blah. And they'll be like, I knew you were going to say that. And they'll hand me things. I'll be like, well, what about this? And they'll be like, I knew you were going to say that. And I'll be like, oh, great.
Even there was like a guy, he was also cloning people. He's like, yeah, I'm the main guy for this part of the business. So I need to be training people. So this is how I'm doing it.
0 to 1 is so difficult, but then 1 to 3, you know, like is so much easier. So that's like, the hard part is like training that for like downloading, I'll pick a random thing, like writing the videos, right? Like obviously I used to write all the videos myself, taking all that and getting where someone else could do it while keeping the essence of like what makes it viral and what makes it good and not feeling too corporate and scripted, because we're not scripted, et cetera. Like going from 0 to 1, that took like 5 years. But then, you know, him training the next 2 people is great because I don't have to do it. And he trains those 2 and those 2 train the next. And so it's just like that first clone is so imperative, and then they can do the rest.